What are the teams?
It's the Glebe Gorillas against Dunbar Rovers on penalties.
Against who?
Glebe Gorillas versus Dunbar Rovers.
Dunbar Rovers.
Dunbar Rovers with the first penalty. Saved by Andrea Barasimos! 1 save to 0 to the Gorillas. That is absolutely huge. De Courtois lining up in goals. And he'll be against the man whose car I am looking after here so he can play. Patrick Summerfield, he is quality. Told him he'd get the winning goal. If he gets one, that'll do. Pat Summerfield against De Courtois. Summerfield, as the Gorillas hold their breath, takes a long run up. Summerfield scores 1-0 to the Gorillas. The early lead on, just 2 penalties taken. The first missed by Dunbar Rovers and saved by Andrea Barasimos. He's in again. He'll want to save his second one. He's absolutely buzzing after that, I bet you. Pressure on Dunbar to score here. They need to score. Referee Vladimir Alter just lining up, making sure that the ball is on the spot. Lino watching the line. Dunbar, little dummy, and do put it into the net. It's 1-1. Back to parity with Gorillas to take their next penalty. I believe that'll be Donny Corbett walking down from the middle. De Courtois is all mouthy there towards Andreas Barasimos. Typical banter you'd hear between keepers. Sometimes they respect each other during these things and touch fists. Not on this occasion. Big man scores it. I think that's Jefferson that scored that one actually. 2-1 to the Gorillas on penalties. 2 penalties taken each. Dunbar Rovers, every kick from now on will have huge pressure. Andreas, he just has to get a hand to one more, you'd feel, and Gorillas will be marching on to the final where Coogee over 35s, who beat Dunbar first time they were beaten all year. 1-0. Saved! But the keeper was off his line. The lino was right on top of it. I think she's right. I did see the feet come off the line from the keeper. It is a tough one to accept, but the penalty will be retaken. Andreas is arguing with the lino. He needs to accept it. She's in a perfect position. And I do agree with her on that one. As much as I'm a gorilla, I do agree with the lino on that decision. No yellow card for the keeper. Scored by Dunbar. Bring it back to 2-2, and Andrea Barasimos isn't too satisfied with that, but he's going to have to accept it and move on with it. The captain, Eduardo Di Ilario, stepping up to take the third penalty for the Glebe Gorillas against De Courtois in goals. Coming out, trying to influence the captain of the Glebe Gorillas, who will surely keep his cool. Penalty spot is being worn away, and the referee does have to check it in between penalties. De Courtois places the ball down. Ed might want to replace it. Absolutely fine. That's the oldest trick in the book. Captain won't be falling for that one. Eduardo Di Ilario scores under a lot of pressure from the Dunbar boys. Disrespect ends in a goal for the Gorillas. 3-2 on penalties. Tim Bowman setting up for a penalty. As I mentioned earlier, one of the top strikers in the Premier League in Esfa for a decade. Tim Bowman does score. Andreas went the right direction. He did stay on his line. Back to parity. I think we've been confirmed on a 3-2 here in front of me. Maybe I'm incorrect. Dunbar have missed one, scored 2. Gorillas do score, and it's Brian O'Rourke. He started out with the Gorillas. When they started, I needed a keeper. I called my mate Shawnee Harrington back home and I said, do you know any keepers? He was back in Ireland. I called Brian. No answer on the Friday. No answer on the Monday. He called me back on Monday evening going, I hear you need a keeper. I said, I do. Do you know anyone? He goes, I do. I go, who is it? He goes, it's me. And I go, you absolute legend. And he's been a Gorilla ever since. Turned from GAA. Dunbar must score. It's a difficult situation. Any little delay is going to put off the striker here. Short run up. He'll have to go to the keeper's right. And does go to the keeper's right. You could tell the way his hips were set up that he was just only going to put it in one place. 4-3. Dan Butternick to win it for the Gorillas. Butterick, I should say. Dan Butterick to put the Gorillas through to the final for the first time ever over 35s. It's the first time in a prelim final. We are exceeding all expectations. Butterick steps up, hits it, and it's saved. Wasn't a great penalty, but Dunbar right back in it. It was a chance to win, and it's ended on penalties. 4-4. Dunbar missed the first one and Gorillas missed the last before sudden death. Tough one for Butterick, and he is being consoled by the boys there. He did open his body and keeper guessed the right way to his left. Di Courtois and Andrea Barasimois for some heroics in goals for the Gorillas. More heroics. Off the bar, and it's a chance again for the Gorillas. Andreas didn't need to get near it, and it is Akeem Jackson. Joshy Jackson. Akeem gets the ball finally from one of the Dunbar players, and this is a chance for absolute ecstasy. I can't believe Dunbar have missed 2. They have. Gorillas score and they're through to the final. Akeem has his penalty saved, but the lineo's flag is up again. The keeper was off his line, and it looks like it'll be redemption for Akeem. He's got one more chance. Lino has called them perfectly, one each side. The importance of having officials on the side for penalties. The other official is at halfway, looking after everyone. Referee Vladimir Alter makes sure and he does score, and the Gorillas are through to the final. Absolutely huge, coming from 2 goals down to bring it back to 2-2, to be almost taking a kick for the win on penalties missed, bringing it into sudden death where Dunbar hit the crossbar and Akeem had his first one saved, and the lino saved the day for the Gorillas. She absolutely has. And Dunbar hit the bar, and Akeem got to take his second one and put it away. Gorillas do win on penalties, 5-4, I believe. Absolutely cracking stuff here at Reg Bartley Oval in the over 35s Championship Division. Kudos to Dunbar Rovers, who were unbeaten in the league all year and did win the league. They won't be playing in the final. Few of the Coogee boys have come over to watch it. They're heading away now, but it will be the Gorillas versus Coogee in the grand final over 35 division. Thank you to our officials. You've been excellent tonight. Referee giving a red card to one of the Dunbar players. He must have said something there at the end, and we hate to leave it on that note, and it shouldn't be left on that note. We'll leave it as a victorious Glebe Gorillas in the preliminary final. Absolutely huge.